Hi, my name is Rahul, and today I'm going to bring to light a major problem in the retail industry: shoplifting. In the US alone, shoplifting costs retailers almost $20 million every year. To combat it, retailers employ loss prevention personnel to spot shoplifters and recover merchandise. Unfortunately, it's been shown that implicit biases impact who they target. One sad effect is that minorities represent just 20% of shoppers, yet account for 70% of all shoplifting apprehensions. Today, a human operator monitors camera feeds, searching for suspicious behavior, and radios floor personnel to assess the situation and apprehend suspected shoplifters. It's this detection step where humans perform poorly. These are examples of CCTV feeds that a control room operator would monitor, except they're looking at up to 50 screens simultaneously for over 8 hours a day. These extreme monitoring requirements lead to a 30% detection accuracy for human operators, meaning they miss 70% of all shoplifting incidents. Even worse, due to their susceptibility to bias, 40% of the time, they're watching someone exclusively due to their race, even when the individual has shown no suspicious behavior. And in spite of this poor performance and racial bias, retailers are still spending $100,000 per store on these personnel. Percepta's solution comprises two components that seamlessly slot into the loss prevention process. We first stream video from existing cameras in the store to our cloud software that receives each video feed, anonymizes shoppers using a technology called pose estimation that essentially extracts behavioral patterns, and finally, analyzes the behavior to determine shoplifting risk. When a high-risk incident is found, we send an alert to our mobile app on stores personnel's phones with a clip of the suspicious behavior that they can then use to respond to the incident just as in the status quo. One byproduct of our pose estimation process is the elimination of all demographic information about individuals. On the left is what human operators see, and on the right is what our AI sees. Our AI thus can see the race, gender, or age of shoppers, making it unbiased. And it's also shielded from any identifiable characteristics, making it privacy preserving. Thus, our cloud AI and mobile app offers 24/7 monitoring that is 3 times more accurate than that of human operators, along with real-time alerts without worrying about false apprehensions and negative PR. Our target market is big box chain retailers. These retailers must monitor hundreds of massive stores, and they therefore experience 30% more theft than the industry average. More specifically, we're looking at big box retailers who sell high-ticket items, since they lose more dollars per incident, and those with a proactive approach towards loss prevention with officers on site. Big box retail presents a huge opportunity in and of itself. Consider just the top 20 US big box retailers. They alone incur $8.5 billion in loss every year and make up a significant portion of total loss incurred across the US. Furthermore, these retailers are spending more and more on loss prevention budgets, yet shoplifting still continues to rise. Percepta's improved detection over human operators leads to increased savings for retailers, recovering up to 3 times as much as today's human operators. We're pricing our offering on a per camera subscription basis at $80 per camera a month, and with 240 cameras on average per big box store, we earn around $20,000 per store a month. This allows the store to save an extra $15,000 a month, implying that the savings generated are enough to fuel the subscription model. Furthermore, since we earn $20,000 per store a month, and each big box retailer has around 500 stores on average, Percepta is expected to generate about $10 million in revenue per retailer per month. Finally, given that each camera costs $43 a month due to cloud computation and storage, total profits per retailer per month amount to about $5 million. With our product soon to be completed, we plan to conduct our first pilots in July with retailers sourced through various loss prevention conferences. These conferences will be our primary sales channel, since many executives have told us is the main venue where they discover new technologies. These pilots will provide quantitative metrics on ROI and effectiveness that we'll then use when beginning sales to mid-sized retailers in October. We also plan to present at the GSX Conference Startup Showcase to raise awareness and demonstrate our proven value. In 2021, we'll begin intense sales efforts to big box chain retailers and will expand into further applications. In particular, we'll add an analytics layer allowing for insights into officer performance, store level theft rates, and store traffic information. And later on, we'll expand into retail violence prevention, which is a major and growing concern for loss prevention executives. Finally, through our primary market research, we've formed relationships with retailers for testing. Our first test will take place at the Hello World store within the Penn bookstore and will allow us to evaluate integration, performance, and bandwidth requirements. We're also in the process of finalizing a letter of intent with Comcast for pilot testing and have confirmed interest from Abercrombie & Fitch and Ross stores. major retailers where we've developed a close relationship with their loss prevention executives. It's been incredibly gratifying to see interest and validation from these customers, and we're excited to kick off these tests on our path towards adoption. As we've seen, shoplifting is a multi-billion-dollar problem for retailers. Percepta's ethical AI is our answer, and we're incredibly excited to bring it to market and make an impact in the world of retail. Thank you.